Take a trip with me into the future and imagine for a second that you own a business. A business in a brand new industry that's set to explode in size over the next few years. One that's in demand all around the world and allows you to earn income each and every month without having to trade your time for money. And chances are you may already be familiar with this business or have friends who are, and you don't even know it. Hey everybody, Brian Page here. Let me start by asking you an odd question. What do you know about unicorns? No, I don't mean the mythical horse-like creature with a horn on its head. I'm talking about startup unicorns. These are the companies in the tech world that are worth $1 billion or more, many of which just a few years ago wouldn't have been possible because the technology didn't exist yet. These are companies like Spotify, and Pinterest, and Dropbox, or Snapchat. Well, there are two of these companies that are absolutely massive. How big are they? Well, if you took half of all the nearly 200 unicorns, each worth $1 billion or more, and you put them all together, they wouldn't be as valuable as these two. One is called Uber, a ride-sharing app that's quickly replacing taxis, and the other is called AirBNB. So what do these two have in common? They are both part of what we call the sharing economy. And if you've ever made money in the sharing economy, or if you've ever considered getting involved, you are going to love this video. So let's take a closer look at one of those two companies, AirBNB. This is an online service that allows people to list or stay in private properties all around the world on a nightly basis, much like a hotel. And I think it might just be hiding the greatest opportunity available today. Let me show you something really quick. Look at this. Look how fast AirBNB is disrupting the hotel industry. Here are the 3 largest hotel chains in the world. The 3rd largest is Intercontinental, and it has 698,000 rooms. The 2nd is Hilton Hotels with 758,000, and the largest is Marriott with 1 million rooms. But check this out. AirBNB has 1.5 million places to stay. And to put that in perspective, it took Hilton about 100 years to get to that size. Marriott did it in 90, but AirBNB has even more rooms, and they did it in just 7. It will soon be bigger than the world's 3 largest hotel chains combined. And look at this. AirBNB recently passed $1 billion per year in revenue, but according to the Wall Street Journal, revenue is expected to grow to $10 billion by 2020. 4 years from now, 10 times bigger. That is 1,000% growth. And here's something that's even cooler. That money, all those billions of dollars, who do you think gets those? Would it surprise you to know that AirBNB keeps only 15% of bookings? That's right, 85% of the money goes to people like you and me. So if you're in this business, you are in an industry that is poised to explode. But here's what you really need to know. There's one particular niche within AirBNB where people are making all kinds of money. Where some are making a few $1,000s a month, others are turning it into an obscenely huge business. Forbes magazine just released an article this month that says there are 75 people right now that are making over $1 million a year with AirBNB. How are they doing this? Quite simply, they have a bunch of listings. Are you starting to see the potential here? So the good news is that we found what likely could be the biggest opportunity available today. But the challenge is, how do you do this? What if you don't own any properties? How do you build this business from scratch if you have little or no experience? And is it even possible to do this ourselves? It's kind of embarrassing to admit. I got started using AirBNB a few years ago. I rented out a room in my place by the night, and my goal was just to make some extra cash on the side and see if it could work. I was shocked to find that within a few months I was bringing in more money than it cost me to live there. I was living essentially for free. So I thought, what if I were to go out and get more of these things? And soon enough, I did. I cracked the code. I started collecting properties one after the other, and every single one of them started to make money. I made over 6 figures in my first 6 months in this business and over $300,000 my first year. And then I set out to automate as much as possible so that now I only work a few hours a week to manage and monitor everything. And I did it all without owning a single property. So to recap, here's where we are today. We have the technology available right now for the average person to make money in the sharing economy on a huge scale. And the good news is demand is set to explode in the next few years. The second bit of great news is that it's now so much easier to do this business because of the supporting technology. And in the next video, I'm going to boil it down, the entire business, just to 3 key concepts. These are the 3 secrets that I uncovered about how to take this thing to the next level. So if you liked what you saw in this video, be sure to join me in the next one, where I'll show you the exact formula and the specific steps I use to build my business. And I'll show you how you can do it without having to come up with huge sums of money or work full-time hours to keep it all humming along profitably month after month. I'll leave you with this quote by Forbes magazine. They called AirBNB an economic revolution that's quietly turning millions of people into part-time entrepreneurs. So if you want to be part of this revolution, join me. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one in just a few days, and I'll see you then.